And welcome to the Local View here on Rogers TV, everybody. Thank you for joining us. I'm your host for today, Ryan Rocca. As always here on the show, we are going to be bringing you the latest community news, and we're going to talk about some upcoming events that are happening here in Peel Region. And to start off the show here today, I have Wayne and Kawal joining me, who are with MAT, which is Music at the Towers, and that is a government nonprofit organization that teaches stringed instruments to children living at the Brampton Towers and the neighboring areas. Now, they have an event coming up at the Rose Theatre in Brampton. That's going to be on September 17th from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. That's going to be a community musical performance. So let's start talking about that event here. Wayne, what's going to be happening at the Rose Theatre?
Well, we're really excited. Matt, as you know, is now 5 years old. Music at the Towers is specifically about string orchestra training for children from the age of 6 to 16. And the organization is really going through an incredible expansion at the moment. And so they've decided that it would be really great to, as well as offering what they do to the broader Brampton community, to provide an opportunity for all groups that are providing after-school programming for children to come together in one place at one time and create a whole celebration parallel to the Saturday morning market that happens, and an opportunity for parents and their kids to come and just see how many different kinds of activities there are, perhaps get an opportunity to meet face to face with the organizations, the people running them, an opportunity for the organizations to sign people up who they might not otherwise have access to. So it's kind of a win-win, we think, for the whole community.
Now, Kawal, this organization has been around for some time now. Why don't you tell us a little bit more about MAT and what it aims to do and how it aims to improve the life of individuals living in the community around the Brampton Towers?
Definitely. So basically, the Towers is a community of mainly new immigrants, as well as gives a good mix of people from different backgrounds, different cultures. Music at the Towers endeavors to bring them all together, and what better way than through music? And we've noticed that it's a lot of these young children who would otherwise not have had the opportunity to learn music. Just because Music at the Towers being a non-profit, it makes it very affordable. It's sort of reaching out and it's focusing on getting people involved on community level.
So what types of, obviously there's going to be musical lessons that if you're a part of MAT that occur. So what types of musical lessons will be occurring, and what instruments will they be able to learn?
So the instruments basically are stringed instruments. The ones that they learn are a choice between the violin, the viola, and the cello. And basically we are now integrating into getting them into a vocal program as well. So classes typically run, they're segregated by their aptitude. So they start on, the kids start on the very basic level, then they move on into intermediates, and then eventually into the advanced students.
Now, obviously, when individuals, people always say this: if you take part in practicing some sort of the arts, whether it's musical instruments, martial arts, things like that, you get really disciplined, and it improves all aspects of your life. Have you been seeing that from individuals who take part in MAT?
Definitely. I'm a parent myself, and as well as a board member with MAT. So my daughter, she started out about 2 years ago with MAT. She started learning the cello. So initially it was a bit apprehensive because it's a huge instrument to begin with, but I've noticed quite a bit difference. I've seen little kids who start off as early as 6, and I've seen the progression over the past 2 years. It's been phenomenal.
So Wayne, we're going to be able to see some of these skills on display at the Rose Theatre on September 17th, and as well individuals are going to be able to, as you were saying, to learn more about MAT if they want to get involved, if they're in that area of Brampton and they want to get involved with the organization and learn an instrument for free. I think it's a great way to do that. But so we're going to be able to see their skills on display.
That's right. The way we're setting it up, it's kind of in 1 hour segments. So there'll be a repeat show, 9, 10, and 11. We'll have the senior students performing. In addition, we've we've got real star power coming in. Tony Anderson, who's a local performer and who performed in Lion King, is going to join us. And then there will be refreshments and stalls all across the lobby, the beautiful lobby of the Rose Theatre, so that people will be able to mingle with each other and with the organizations, and we think it's going to be really a fun event.
Now, Kawal, if people come out to this event, obviously, as Wayne was saying, they'll be able to learn how to get involved with Matt. But if they aren't able to make it out, how can they get involved with Matt just in their communities on a regular daily basis?
So we have a website for starters, and we have all the information is given on our website. So we're giving out flyers as well. We've started advertising the event at the local farmers market 3 weeks in advance. People will be well aware of the event well in advance. If for any reason they're not able to make it, they still have the opportunity to contact us directly. All the information for our contact is available on that, as well as on our tickets and flyers.
Now, Wayne, just one final word, if you will. Why should individuals come out to this event here on September 17th?
Well, I think it's community pride. I'd like to mention that the City Council, in their wisdom, decided to fund that. So when you said that the Matt was a government-funded organization, you're right. It's funded by the local Brampton government. But this is an opportunity. Brampton, I know from today, from traveling around, because I'm not from here, that it's a huge geographic area. And I think to offer in one centralized place for parents the opportunity to see all of the choices of activities, from speed skating to floor hockey to, I mean, it's not just musical events, right? But we all know that they all build great team attitude and fantastic individual desire to improve. So where else could you get such an intense experience just in a Saturday morning?
Exactly, and once again, so thank you very much, Wayne and Kawal, for joining me here on The Local View. And they're from Music at the Towers, which is a government nonprofit organization that teaches stringed instruments to children living at the Brampton Towers and the neighboring areas. So they're going to be having, once again, just to recap here, a community performance happening on September 17th at the Rose Theatre in Brampton from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. You could come out, see individuals playing musical instruments, stringed instruments, and you could also come and learn about MAT, which is a nonprofit government organization. We'll be right back with more of The Local View right after this.